So one of my most recent purchases for my chemistry classroom ends up being a set of scales. Balances usually are one of the time suckers in a chemistry lab, where you have a limited number of balances in your room, and you have lots of students who need to use them all at the same time. So constantly getting more balances in the classroom seems to be a good priority for a lot of chemistry teachers. What did I find? Well, I found these palm scales, and when it says palm scale, it is about the size of my hand. It is a small scale, but this little powerhouse can do quite a lot. It comes with a lot of different materials, but the only materials I give my students is the plastic tray and the balance itself. And I tell them the only button they're allowed to press on it ends up being that center button, which turns it on and off. There is a tare function on it, but I don't like my students using tare function, personal preference. These balances can be calibrated, which means you can actually stick a 200-gram weight on them and recalibrate them if they get off from zero, which I plan to do on an annual basis. The scale itself, you'll notice, ends up going to the hundredths of a gram, and it has a capacity of about 300 grams, which is pretty comparable to the standard top-loading balances you would find in most chemical supply company catalogs that run about $600 to $800 a piece. Yet the price tag on these end up being about $50 or $60 a piece. So for a class set of 10 of these, or even for that matter 15 of them, you're talking about the same cost of buying 1 or 1.5 balances from a regular supply catalog. The other nice feature about these is that they do automatically shut off after about 30 seconds, which can be a pain as well because students have to constantly turn it back on. Another advantage is that they run off of AAA batteries, so you can just replace them when the batteries get low or the charge gets down. I give them to the students exactly in this format, and then from there they can do their experiments easily.